Alex says, hey, Bradley, I know you don't actively create Google business profiles for the reason you mentioned, but if you were to make one, is there a way to find where the most active areas with people searching on the map are for a particular area? Not that I'm aware of, although you can look for GMB Crush. I know GMB, which is Mateo's tool, GMB Crush. I know that for storefront businesses, it has the option that is kind of like a heat map that will show like, but I think yeah. Well, I don't know that I can't. It's been a while since I've used GMB Crush, but I think there's a module in their audit, uh, their audit function or feature or whatever that shows driving directions. Driving directions from particular zip codes. Like I can't remember though if it has to be integrated with the GBP to pull in that data or if it's just pull. I can't remember honestly because it's been over a year since I've even used GMB Crush. But I think that's the only one that I can recall that had a similar function was GMB Crush. Anybody else that is watching this, if anybody has any clues as to sort of local search grid or heat map like apps or something that does that can show within a specific defined area where there's more interest for particular search queries. I don't know. I think GMB Crush has the functionality to do that, but it's based upon zip codes and driving directions, and so it can show you the hotspots within a region where there's more activity. But from what and again, I could be wrong about this because I'm trying to remember what that specific section of that or function of that tool was that produced that data. And I can't remember if that's relevant to what you're asking about or not, but that might be something you look into. Outside of that, I don't have any others that would that I can think of that would give that kind of data, excuse me. Does that make sense? I don't know. I use Google Trends, but that's kind of macro data. It's not micro data. Like in other words, that's much larger scale data. When you really narrow down within trends, it doesn't give you much data, if any at all. So it's not good for what you're asking about. So unfortunately, I don't have a better answer than that. I think GMB Crush has a functionality for that, but I think it has to be a storefront business in order to see that type of data. But I'm not 100% sure. You'd have to double check with GMB Crush. Sorry, I don't have a better answer.